On April 14th, Donald Trump invited Nayib Bukele, the dictator of El Salvador, to the White House. I call him a dictator because whether or not he's been apparently democratically elected, he sent soldiers into El Salvador's legislature to intimidate lawmakers to doing what he wanted, something that should have tipped off anyone paying attention to his nature. You see, for a while, and even now, he's made himself a bit of a social media star for his bold anti-crime methods, because it appears he's apparently succeeded at bringing down homicide rates in his gang-wracked country by throwing well over every 1 in 100 people of his nation into jail. Now, it should be quite obvious that a guy that's currently taking in alleged Venezuelan gang members from the United States in exchange for money, among the people that even the Trump administration admits were innocent and sent by administrative error, no reasonable person would seriously trust him in the legitimacy of the successes that he claimed. Indeed, since his crackdown, his government has been systematically undercounting the rate of homicide, and he's been collaborating with gangs since 2018 to aid his political ends, attempting to bury the evidence of doing so along the way. Unsurprisingly, he's repeatedly denied all of this, but on December of 2021, the Biden administration's Treasury Department sanctioned 2 Bukele officials for offering money and prison perks to gangs for their cooperation. But none of that really matters for a propaganda narrative. You see, at the time, and still, right now, Nayib Bukele appeals to the type of person that believes that all crime is a few brutal crackdowns away from disappearing. The type of person who's somehow unaware that any level of criminality that exists anywhere in the world today once existed at some point in history everywhere else, and that people that live there didn't need to resort to the policies of Bukele to deal with them. The type of person who thinks that the bad guys don't deserve due process is a coherent thought.
Morons.
But the obvious stupidity of anyone that's ever seen a model in a man like Bukele is not the only issue here. And recognizing that is key to understanding where the rise of men like him and Trump comes from in the first place. For whatever damage he's done, nobody can deny that he's become the most important man in his country and a far more consequential world leader than he has any business being, having become the facilitator of what's shaping up to be a world historical crime. Those who are not in Bukele's context, or even in the Latin American context, might not seem to get much out of identifying his policies, but, oh they do. It lets them indulge, even if ever so slightly, in who they actually are. The world is full of monstrous, barbarous morons, just waiting for an excuse, any excuse, to break from the mask of civility and sensibility they wear as social pretense. The Bukeles and the Trumps of the world provide just that. There is no contradiction to be found in the fact that people that seem entirely personal and well-adjusted could turn around and politically find themselves in alignment with the blatant criminality, corruption, and tyranny of a Donald Trump. There's also zero difference at all in their hearts between the likes of those who find something admirable in the Bukele model and the Trump model, and it is foolish to think otherwise. Any difference there appears to be is just a matter of whether or not the identity they have allows them to admit alignment with one, the other, or both. They are Trump, they are Bukele, with one major exception. A Bukele and a Trump, as implied before, can at least point to the gains they receive in money and prestige for being who they are. The admirer of either gets no such thing. To them, the opportunity to express the darkness in their souls is comparable reward to all the riches held by Bukele or Trump. Never be surprised about the popularity of tyrants when you look around and see people that appear to be nice and caring in person. For there are many sheep in wolves' clothing, and not as many people as there should be who believe in the merits of civilized society inside and out. While the tyrant of today might not be sufficient to drop the mask entirely, a cruel visage remains below many, just waiting for the opportunity to breathe free. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment.